this week, but I wanted to come and really touch bases with you all and let you know that we are starting something
beautiful
new.
People, what's up? Happy Tuesday. I am back. I am LadyWake, Dr.
Broadcasting here. Okay. Now, I am here every Tuesday from December, starting today, all the way through February. And what I'm going to do is go step by step and really dive deep into relationships, what they look like for us, how we love, how we learn to love, how we bring ourselves, how we accept other people, how we fail other people, and we really sometimes um, break hearts, and then we get our hearts broken, right? Like the list goes on and on in terms of how we love each other, how we act out our different ideas of what love is, when we have losses, how we react there. So we're going to go through all of that. And what I'm doing really is over the years in life, and then just being a coach, I have studied under so many people, and there's so many experts out here who have studied relationships and the human brain and emotions and how we react. So we're going to go through the physical, we're going to go through the mental, emotional, we're going to go through the spiritual as well, and metaphysical aspects of love, of relationships. And I mean, touching on all kind of experts from, old school Jim Rohns and Dr. John Henry Clark and Dr. Valentine. Going to touch on things that, we learned from Les Brown and Tony Robbins and Lisa Nichols and Wayne Dyer, Neville Goddard, one of my favorites, Napoleon, Oprah, Maya Angelou. I mean, the list is very long, guys. It's very long. But I'm going to combine all of this knowledge and bring it to you in a format wrapped in experiences, mine and those who I've worked with. And we're going to dig deep. I mean, deep. And like even people like Zane, because we're talking about love. This is not all, high above the belt. We're talking about it all, everything. And we're going to go through the holidays, because the holidays is usually where relationships are highlighted. Romantic relationships, yes, but also family relationships, friendships, relationships with children. Those things are really highlighted around the holidays. And then Valentine's Day comes, all of the holidays, where we really see a highlight of romantic relationships and the lack thereof, depending on who you're talking to. So we are going to cover all of these things. We're going to take our time week by week and dive deep. And I want to let you know right now what we're covering, so you can start to send in your questions, send in your comments, your ideas, and I will be sure to incorporate them into our shows here. And of course, if you have questions as we're broadcasting, just pop up, ask your question, and if it's relevant, we'll get to it for sure. Now, the one thing that I want to touch on today is our personal ideas. Everybody has a personal idea of what is right and wrong, and what feels good and what doesn't, and how you should react. And those things are usually made up of how we were taught to love, how we were taught to communicate, how we were taught to look at ourselves and other people, right? What I find is so many people get to adulthood, and what they learned is that not fully love themselves. So we have all of these small acts of self-hate that we do to ourselves, but the ones that are socially acceptable. So we have socially acceptable acts of self-hate all the time. So when a person is giving too much of themselves because they were taught that, that's their love language, they're giving and giving and giving and not cup refilled, that is an act of self-hate. When a person is constantly, just ignoring or forgiving their spouse or their parents who keep pushing past their boundaries or ignoring their boundaries, not respecting their boundaries, That's an act of self-hate. As we go into relationships, we take ourselves and we are the core of whatever that relationship is. A relationship is really just a spiritual journey wrapped up in a relationship. So it looks like it's you and this other person, but really there is a lot going on in the atmosphere. There's a lot going on spiritually. And that's what it's for. It's a spiritual journey. It just looks a little different for different people. So we're going to tackle this because I want us to further understand, further know how much power we have with ourselves. Because as we note, if you notice, everywhere you go, you take yourself with you. That's what the saying goes. That's how the saying goes, right? So as we move about and we take ourselves with us, we have to know that everything that happens to us is for us, first of all. And it is from us. It is from whatever mission we have, whatever we need to learn, whatever ideologies we have and beliefs we have. We have these things for a reason. And that's what helps us get to the next level. Hey, so you was just thinking about this idea of socially acceptable self-hate. It's real. It's so real. Maybe you need to come on one day and help me talk about it. It's so real and it's deeply entrenched in society. And people think it's okay. And I work with women primarily. All are welcome here, but I work with women primarily because we have how can I put this? I'm not trying to say men have it easy. That's not the truth at all. But I think women have more hangups in general than men do. And I think women all feel embody these socially acceptable self-hate ideas and energies way more than men do. And as I now am a new mom again with moms, and I see moms working so hard, working their butts off, not asking for help or not knowing how to receive help. That is a socially acceptable form of self-hate. Exhausted, not being able to give their all to their kids because they're exhausted, not being able to give their all to their spouse either, but still doing it anyway. Socially acceptable form of self-hate. Like, I don't want to have sex tonight, honey, but oh my God, he might look elsewhere if I don't. Socially acceptable self-hate. It sucks. It sucks. And the point is, it's not really necessary. We can be ourselves. You can be whoever you are and be proud of that and be fully in your power and have the type of life you want to have. But it starts with awareness, and that's why we're here primarily. It starts with awareness, and then you can move on to healing. And by healing, I really transmuting, which means to create a bigger, better, bolder version. Because a lot of times when people go on this healing journey, they're looking to restore themselves. They're thinking, I'm depleted, I'm beat down, I need to restore myself to the person I once was. And quite frankly, that's okay, but it's really not enough. It's not enough to break. It's not enough to break generational patterns. It's not enough to show your children, your family, your spouse how to level up. Is not enough. We need to transmute trauma, meaning rebuild from the ground up something bigger and better, a bigger and better version of yourself, of your business, of your family, of your romantic relationship, whatever your thing is that you're transmuting. We need to transmute our trauma so that we can have this personal power and ensure that we have healthy relationships. So that's where we are. That's where we are. And I'm super excited about it. Oh my gosh. We're going to talk about human needs because everybody is doing anything to meet their needs. That's the only reason we do things. And, we'd be naive to think that any one human being is only concerned about other people. That is not a thing. That is not our nature. And so we have needs to be met, and we go after whoever can meet those needs. And that's okay but we do need to figure out how to do it in a healthy way and serve each other versus using each other. All right. So we're here for it. I'm excited. I'm not going to scream because my baby's sleeping, but I want to. I'm geeked, y'all. I'm geeked. It's going down. I'll be back next week, and I'll be here a little longer next week to really go through the beginning of this relationship series. And join me. Send in your questions. Inbox me with questions or comments or ideas. And join me next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right, y'all? Until then, peace and love, and give yourself a little extra love this week. Why not?